real estate designations and certifications, be open to them. It's a good way to sharpen the knives, sharpen the skills, get yourself some knowledge, confidence, and credibility. Hey guys, it's Brian Icenhower. Welcome to the show today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something that's kind of interesting. It's different. You probably wouldn't think I'd be talking about this. So what I want to talk about is different real estate designations and certifications. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about here, but it's interesting. When you see people's names and afterwards it'll say things like GRI or CCIM or ABR or CRS or things like that after their name, kind of like you'd see a doctor like MD or JD or DDS or, things like that. Those are called designations, right? And they kind of certify that you've completed some sort of either course and or training, or maybe it's certain, sales performance benchmarks or plateaus that you've reached, a certain amount of production or type of production or things like that, coupled with the fact that you've completed, some sort of training or courses and I guess the question is, do they really help? And I think a lot of I run one of the largest real estate coaching and consulting companies on the globe. And we've got, hundreds of coaching clients all over and tons of coaches. And we get these questions a lot. We get people asking, hey, should I get those? Should I do those? Do they really help at all? Is it a waste of my time? Is it a waste of my money? That question does come up a lot. I used to coach myself for a very long time, and I got that question all the time. I probably have been asked that question myself. I bet you 100, 200 times. It's that common. And so if you have that question or thoughts, or you've gotten some ideas around that, that's fine. That's yours. I'm going to tell you what I think. I think, yes, they do help. And that may shock a lot of people. But, there's limits to everything. The question is, do they help? Yes. By having them, are a whole bunch of people just going to call you because you have them? That answer is no. Like, people aren't going to call you to list their house because you have letters after your name. I don't care what the letters are. They could be the best letters on the planet. People aren't just going to call you. I was a lawyer. I have a law degree, and I can put JD and Esquire after my name and not be lying. And I sold real estate a long time ago too, and I put those things after my name sometimes. And I'll tell you, that did not make the phone ring. But it does help with some things, And that's true to this day too. There are some ways it can help. So let me tell you what a lot of I want to talk about real estate designations in particular. Okay, with real estate designations, certifications, like GRI, Graduate Real Estate Institute. We offer a lot of those at ICC as well too. We offer designations and courses and things like that. I'll get into that and tell you what some of those are later. But first, I want to tell you why we do it. I think it helps in three main areas. And your first one is knowledge. You will learn things. I don't care what you say. Way back, I've been in the business over 35 years now. Although it's been a while since I've sold myself. Way back when I started, I did get a bunch of those designations. I was young. I was in my early 20s, and I went out and got all those things, and it gave me lots of knowledge. It really did. Stuff that would have taken me years to learn through trial and error by selling real estate. So I did pick up lots of knowledge. I got a lot of designations. I had a bunch of them. I went out and got almost every one that I could, and I learned a lot through the different courses I took. And there's no way, I don't care how many sales you have, you're going to pick up a lot of that knowledge. It just gives you instant knowledge without having to sell all the real estate required to experience it all. And not to mention, if you just experience and you don't have the knowledge, you got to go find out the answers. And there's usually, if you don't know what to do, that creates a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. It can create some mistakes, which can create more stress and anxiety and financial loss sometimes if you don't know the answers going in. So you will learn a lot. So people have been in the business 20, 30 years. Say, I don't need all that. I'm not going to learn anything I don't know already. Well, that's not true. You will. You'll learn a lot that you have not encountered by getting different designations. I assure you of that. So you need to humble yourself in that aspect. You will get knowledge. I don't care who you are or how long you've been doing it. You will get knowledge. So that's number one. I think that one's pretty obvious because you're going to get some sort of training, and that training does help. And number two, it's going to give that training and that knowledge is going to give you lots of confidence. It really will. Because you went through it, because you put the time in, you're going to feel like you're equipped. Like I said, it takes a lot of transactions and trial and error to get similar knowledge. Well, this is going to give you the confidence that you would get from doing tons of transactions over decades of work. So you're going to have a lot more confidence because you've taken the courses. That just is what it is. You're going to feel like you can handle yourself. And when you do that, and when you behave like that, you do get more business. Not only are you able to convert more business and service more business, you're able to get it when you can show that type of confidence. People don't want to hire an agent to list their house that isn't confident, because then they won't feel confident. But if you act like you're confident, you'll close the transaction. And that's just the way it works. To prove that to you from a mental state, I mean, people always say, you got to answer your phone. You got to be Johnny on the spot anytime a client calls you. And believe it or not, you don't. And I'll prove that to you, because successful agents don't. Successful agents don't have that kind of time. They don't always answer the phone. They're meeting other clients. They're on listing appointments. And guess what? The public knows they're busy. The public knows they're busy. There's a reason they're busy. It's because they're successful. They do a good job. That's why everybody wants to work with those top agents. They emanate that confidence too. And we deal with that. And if you may not deal with that because you're in real estate, so you don't need a realtor. However, let's say you need an attorney and you call an attorney. And who's the best? You always want the best attorney, right? The best divorce attorney, the best real estate attorney, the best whatever attorney, wills and trust attorney. Guess what? That best attorney in any of those areas, they're probably not going to be that available for you. They're just not, because they're busy. They're in court because they have other clients, and you respect that. And they may say, hey, yeah, the attorney that you wouldn't respect is the one that says, you know what, I am free. Why don't you just come on down right now? I got nothing else going on. I would kind of worry about the quality of attorney you're getting if you called and the attorney answered the phone, not someone else, and he was available for you right then and there, and you could just come right down. I've never had an attorney that did that. That would scare me a bit. Like, maybe this guy really needs business, That's not confident. Confident is actually taking a bit of time to call back and then scheduling a time when you're available, and it may not be the same day. It may be down the road. See, that's what successful agents have to do. And it works because they emanate confidence. And believe it or not, you get similar type of confidence from a designation or a certification because of that knowledge you gain. And that's where it does happen. And I know a lot of people want to say, Brian, I just do. Well, trust me, I've seen it. I've watched it. I've over decades, and I've actually experienced it myself. It's been a while, but I did experience it. So those are the first two things. You get knowledge and you get confidence. And again, those in of themselves don't make business, come flying in the window. However, they do help it to do so. And here's the third most, especially for newer agents, it gives you credibility. Because believe it or not, when you're a brand new agent, the key is to quickly establish yourself as having experience. Because you're a brand new agent, it's tough to get, even though you may have lots of friends and family or networks or connections and stuff, they like you. I don't know that they trust you to list their house yet, That's the hard part. So you got to establish credibility. So the fact that you are actually taking these courses, that you're getting designations after your name, people don't remember you're new for long. We coach a lot of brokers and teams that have to coach new agents, and we coach a lot of new agents ourselves, as a coaching company. And one of the things we'll do is quickly show them how in the first 6 months to a year, by how you present yourself to the public online, on social media, and your social networks, through different channels of communication, you quickly establish credibility. An example of that would be, as a new licensee or new agent, you just get your license. We're trying to find other people in our brokerage or on our team and stuff where we can actually start posting their listings for them, like just listed. You don't have to say, I just listed it. We just put out there, just listed, open house. You could try to hold open houses, not because you're gonna get a lot of business from open houses. You can, that's for sure, but that's not the real point of this. The point of this is it shows that it's your listing and you're working it. You put something under contract, a sale pending or an under contract marketing goes out in a mailer maybe and all over social media. in an email, even to your database, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Same with some solds, we mix those in. We show that we're working, and we show that, after 6 months of them seeing a lot of that kind of spread out, they, 6 months later, they think you've been in the business for 5 years. They forget, they don't remember the when you got your license. They just remember what they see from you. And if you've got designations after your name and you're mixing in with showing that you're actually evidence of your success, all of a sudden 6 months turns into 5 years. And the fact you're a new agent, you don't bring it up, they don't bring it up. That's the key. So you just got to kind of start to establish yourself as being in real estate. There's tons of people they know that they're in real estate that don't do those things, and they don't hold themselves out for business. So they look like part-time agents. They look like agents that don't take it seriously, and people don't want to hire that. They want to hire someone that hustles. And if you can show that you're out there hustling by doing all this stuff, even if it's not your business, it could just be the team's business, somebody else in your brokers that gives you permission to market it all. And they should. You're just marketing their listings and things like that. It just shows you're working, and it gives that credibility. And that's what the designations do too, especially if those designations are attached to all that after your name. It shows that you've been in the business. All this stuff starts to evidence expertise and experience for a longer period of time than it actually is. And you don't have to lie either. They'll just think it. They'll just think it, and that's what that happens. So it does help with those three things in a big way. It gives you knowledge, it gives you confidence, and it gives you credibility. Those three things are powerful in this business. And one of the things that we do, as I promised I'd tell you, we provide those designations as well. We have a custom training suite, which is basically building a custom website for a lot of different, national brokerages, boutique brokerages, regional brokerages, real estate teams that need to train their agents. And we basically build a customized website that has the agent or the teams or the company's own branding and themes and colors all through it. With their own URL, all that kind of stuff. It's their own site, and it just has a lot of ICC courses, and it comes with ICC certifications. So they can actually provide certifications and designations with those little letters after their name to the agents and their different organizations, which is kind of neat. Provide things like a CNS after your name, CNS for Certified Negotiation Specialist. Let's see, I got a list here. I'm gonna read through some of these. Agents love this too, because it really motivates them to get through all these training courses too. And they get the knowledge, they get the confidence, they get the credibility. Certified Social Media Associate, CSMA. Certified Facebook Specialist, CFS. Certified Listing Agent, CLA. Certified Buyer's Agents, CBA. Certified Behavioral and Analyst Expert, CBAE. Certified Business Management Associate for our business planning course, CBMA. Certified Inside Sales Agent, CISA. Certified Real Estate Coach, CREC. Certified Real Estate Recruiter, CRER. And those are just a few examples. We've got over 25 of them now, and we're always adding new courses and new certifications and new designations. I think we've got over 60 different courses and course certificates in there. 25 of them offer designations with them. Where you get a little certificate and you get to use the letters after your name. And these are things that a lot of our clients on the brokerage level, the real estate team, the training level offer out there. And it's something we can offer to the public on our website at icenhowercoaching.com as well, that we put out there where we can actually get these designations and provide those. So I hope that helps. If you need to go to icenhowercoaching.com if you want to check out the custom training suite. Pretty hard not to find it. Look at the top menu bar. It says custom training suite. Click on it or click on our real estate training systems and you'll see that as well too. So I hope this helps, guys. And remember, real estate designations and certifications, be open to them. It's a good way to sharpen the knives, sharpen the skills, get yourself some knowledge, confidence, and credibility. All right, guys, thanks for being on the show. Can't wait to see you next time.